See that?
Yeah, it's short. It's short. All right, it's just a PD for sight words and reading, and just found some interesting stuff for us to look at. The stages of reading in kindergarten. The first stage is the pre-reading, and we probably had a lot of these, boys and girls. I know I did. Some of mine was on past this, but most of them was in this stage. Uh, the first thing in pre-reading, I just think that's so interesting. They got to listen first. They've got to have those listening skills before, like, to have reading for comprehension. Yeah, I know, right? Is it doing it?
The screen looks. It just looks like
I'm going to
something on
send
the
it to
screen.
him. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm going to send him the PowerPoint also. But they've got to, and it kind of does make sense though. If they can comprehend what they're listening to you say, then they should be able to, after a while, read and comprehend what they're reading. That and of course they grow in their knowledge of spoken language. Well, the more words they hear, the more they're going to learn. But also not just actually writing words to express their thoughts and ideas, but pictures, talking and pictures. Some kids don't talk until they're older, and they may express themselves through drawings and pictures and things like that. Or even they might find pictures in magazines and point to them instead of actually talking. But that is another way of expressing their ideas. And guys, I've got the website for this, and there's more of these listed, and it's on the Alabama State Department website. But now this is where I think, do y'all think, I'm going to ask y'all, because this is where I think that our kids probably are, maybe by this point, or where they should be, and maybe by the middle of the year, where they can pick out, like, the phonemes. Surely the beginning ones, and maybe the ending ones. The middle ones, maybe by December. What do y'all think? Does y'all's know the middle sound by by December? Now, Christy's, yours
Mine
probably
do.
do.
Mine
You
do.
pointed out too.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about, now they should have the first sound. What about
Yeah.
the last one? The last sound, if you say, what's the last sound you hear in pot? Would yours know that by Christmas, or would they know a little bit further?
I guess it just depends on
Yeah,
the
it
class.
depends on this class what you
Yeah.
have.
Mm-hmm.
More the higher ones you would know it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, true.
Or just when you start to
Yeah.
introduce that.
Right.
to
Some of them catch on to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true too.
Mhm.
Some of them pick up real quickly. Some of mine do, and then some of them just look at me like, they're still doing. I still have some that when I say what's the last sound, and I say last, what's the very end
Mm-hmm.
sound you hear in pot, and they'll say.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm like, okay, that's the first sound. Listen to the last thing I say. But of course, the rhyming words, they can tell you words that rhyme, and the writes upper and lowercase letters independently. Y'all, mine struggle. I mean, I've still got mine do better with uppercase, but when you're writing, or when they're writing, they're going to write most letters in lowercase. But a lot of mine still have trouble with that, with writing by themselves, the letters. Some other initial reading or decoding stages, matches the letter and sound, and the print sound mapping. That do y'all know what that is? Y'all, I didn't know. I had to. It's been a while since I've been out of college, and I don't know if it was called something different when I was going back for my master's. But have y'all heard that? The print sound mapping.
I've never heard of
I
that.
haven't
What is
either.
it?
Well, because I didn't know until last semester. It's actually when they when they see a letter, like, say they see the word top, but they see the T-O-P, and automatically, instead of them having to say T-op, they're doing it in their head just very quickly, and they can say top.
So look, how
So-
do you teach them to do that? That's my thing.
Well, for me, what I've been doing is, and of course, we had to do it out loud for the longest. And all of mine can't do it, but the ones who can, I tell them, say it, you're gonna have to say it in your head, you're gonna have to keep your lips closed. You know, there's some words that they're gonna, and I hate to do that with 5 and 6-year-olds, because some words they're gonna have to, but to get them used to doing that with that automaticity, you know, that's what I've been doing.
I need to have my notebook.
But well, this is all on the website, and I've got a printout
I
for
won't
you.
remember all this stuff we got going on.
Well, I can email you this.
Yes, I like to have
This
it.
PowerPoint,
I really
and
would.
I only picked out a few what stood out to me
Yes.
off the website of the article. But that was, I don't know, was it called something else when
I don't.
because
I've
this is
never-
really new to me. That
Well,
that
didn't
print
Gina
sound.
say something about when we were in our grade level meeting? Did she not say they were gonna go to doing that next year? During the testing, that they were gonna have to say the word instead of the sounds like we've been doing.
I don't know. I didn't hear her say
I
that.
thought she said
But
that. I
for
thought I
the
heard her
deals
say
for
that.
for
the nonsense
testing?
word test.
Because I don't know. I think
I was
I
like,
don't
that would
know.
be
That's
good
a little
concept.
hard for kindergartners.
It
My
is.
upper kids may be able to do
I
it.
wanna
Not
double
every
check,
word.
but I could have sworn I heard her
And
say
she may
that.
have. Yeah, we need to ask her because
We
that's
do.
gonna be hard to teach.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
I
then when
have
you
to start
said that,
at
I
the
said,
beginning.
"Ooh, that would be a good something to have them
And-
do."
I've got some articles that I've read on this. I actually had to do some critiques on articles and on the print sound mapping, and I can give those to you also. But of course now they should be able by the end of kindergarten to sound out unknown words when reading in text. Of course the CBC words, they are in kindergarten. Now some of them are not. Some of them can't do this, and with our course of study, y'all, our course of study, I mean, it doesn't say that kindergartners have to put them together. That's why I'm wondering about that.
Isn't it?
They are supposed to be able to say the sounds, but
They collide, so
but as far as saying you mastered kindergarten, they don't have to blend them. But the phonemic awareness and knowing how to, that's where I do sound tests. I do sound tests and I say, okay, write down all the sounds. I don't want to call it a spelling test because parents, I don't know about y'all, but parents they want a list. They want a list so their kids can memorize it.
They do.
And that's great that they can memorize it, but y'all, I want to know if my kids know how to write, know the sounds
Yes.
and the letters and to associate them with those letters and write them. And I'm not going to know that if I send home a list, of spelling words for them to memorize. And this is the last part of it. And guys, this isn't all of it, but it's some of the other ones. I see my hyphens have gotten really bad off right here.
Oh.
But anyway, the spelling, common words, and irregular words too. Those are those things I guess that we do. And Nancy, you probably, with you coming from 3rd grade, those irregular words. Did you teach a lot of Saxon rules or some of that? Did that help?
Oh, yeah, because they didn't know them.
I know, like the sneaky E, that we do a lot of that
Well,
here.
they know that.
Right. Well, and just some of the other stuff, are the other things that are, irregular.
They don't know like the, K-E-I, K before E-I-Y, and C before A-O-U. They don't, unless their teacher had Saxon phonics, They did not know those rules.
And see, that's one thing that I want to learn more about with Saxon is because not only I wasn't taught it when I was going through school, you know, about 10 years ago when I was in second grade. No, I'm kidding. But or even, you know, even in college, I do not remember Saxon, you know, that
I was taught to read by sight words. What about you, Bonnie?
Man, it was phonics.
Because y'all were so much younger than me.
Yes.
so,
Phonics.
and
But
I
you
think
know,
it
we
does
didn't
make a
have to
difference.
know. Like, I remember being in, kindergarten for me was not like what it is today. I
Right.
remember going in there and just having to know my numbers
It
from
was
0
just-
to
it was
10.
private when I went.
Yeah, basic shapes, just things like that. And then it was like my third grade year. That's when that technology and all that stuff started coming in, and they were hounding us. Boom, boom, boom.
Kindergarten
I was
now
like,
is first grade.
Oh, yeah, it
What
is.
first grade used to be.
Yeah,
wow,
it
I
sure
mean,
is.
it's crazy.
It
I
is.
agree. And I'm going to tell y'all what I think. This is just my opinion. One of them. I think what's making it harder for us, kindergarten teachers, and the babies that we're going to get next year, y'all, they've changed. It's great that we have got these pre-K classes, and we're getting more at this, in the state of Alabama because we're getting more funding for that. But y'all, they're not. Their curriculum is exploration.
But here's my opinion, that's good.
They do
Where
need
we're
it.
failing them is when they get here. Just suddenly, just throwing
Throw it
them
all
out.
at
stuff
'em.
at 'em
Right.
at the
Throw
same
everything.
time.
Too
That's
much.
right.
That's what it's supposed to be. They're 4 years old.
That's right.
And when they're 5, why do you have to start reading when you're 5?
And then they're holding us accountable.
Right.
I
You-
agree.
this got to be this. And
Right. Well, I think what makes it hard on us is because, like you said, the accountability.
Accountability.
Because our courses of study say, I really have to look at my courses of study because some of them, just like the author and illustrator, we all can interpret that differently. We may say, okay, there's an author and an illustrator. Tell me what they do, or some of us may say, all right, who writes the words? And they're, some
That's
kids
true.
might be able to tell you author, and some may not. Some may look at you and say, you do. You write the words on the board. They may not be able to come up with that word. But, and it's, I don't know, I guess we all have our interpretations of, testing the kids and seeing what they know. But Nancy, I agree with you. I think that they're babies, and they just got to.
That is
It's
exactly
throwing
why I've
too
had
much
all
at 'em.
those behavior
true.
problems this year.
That's true.
They were not, we were doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing.
It was over their head. I've many times said it would be like taking me and making me go sit in Spanish over at the high school. I have no clue what they're
What
saying.
in the world's going on?
I don't know. I probably would start tearing paper and throwing pencils after a while.
Yep.
I probably would. All right, and here was just a few more things that the initial reading stage and the decoding stage. I really like this last one. They monitor and self-correct their own reading. I've noticed some of my kids are doing that now. When I flash a sight word to them, they may say, like if it's like, they may automatically say little because they see the L, and then, but they self-correct themselves because they go on down a little further and see that K, and then they'll say no like. So, and that can change the whole meaning of reading, just by saying words that sound alike at the beginning. But here's some more just little things that they should be doing according to the State Department of Education. Reads appropriate grade level fiction and nonfiction. That's kind of, to me, I guess it's according to how you interpreted it, because we do have the little, I do have some books on kindergarten level that I think they are nonfiction and fiction, and I think that the kids can read them. I think that they are able to, but the comprehension, I just don't know if that's there yet. I guess for mine, do y'all have any, and Chrissy, I know you got some that are, you know, on up there.